Hello! I hope everyone is well and you have enjoyed the previous week's Lent readings. This week, Matthew 11 through to 14 is what we're going to be looking at. And as we go through this section of text, we see Jesus have to take on the religious leaders and their various standpoints against him, have to stick to his mission whilst his family try to take control of him, and he continues to work miracles and teach people the good news of the kingdom of heaven. Right at the end of chapter 11, Jesus makes his wonderful promise of giving true rest. This is a promise where we get true refreshment from him. Lay our burdens on his shoulders. It's a promise which shows that God is concerned with the condition of our souls and desires to nourish us full of his peace and his strength. As if to back up these wonderful promises, the next chapter is fully concerned with the fact that man was not made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for man. The Sabbath was a day of rest that was made so that man could find refreshing and refocus his relationship on God, have space to realign his priorities. We have Jesus healing on the Sabbath and driving out demons, making people whole, removing their burdens, giving them what they need. Rest is where we receive revelation. It's where we're recreated and re-energized. And it's only from a place of rest that we are empowered to live the Christian life. Chapter 13 is a chapter of parables. Jesus used stories to explain gospel mysteries, but used aspects from everyday life. This made them easy to imagine and remember, but to a closed mind, the mysteries remained concealed. The secrets contained could only be found by those willing to open their hearts and seek after the wonderful truths contained within. The case today is exactly the same. God desires to grant us the wonderful treasure contained in his word and will do to seeking and open hearts. Chapter 14 concludes with two major miracles, the feeding of the 5,000 and Jesus walking on water. These miracles make me realize that we are not to just settle for what's naturally possible, but to aim for what's supernaturally possible, with the most important and powerful being in the universe living inside of us. That we have to bring what we are and what we have to Jesus, and then let him take what is not enough and he will multiply it and breathe into it so that it is more than enough. Every new area that God wants us to walk into, every act of obedience starts here. When God requests something beyond our limitations, we have to recognize that of ourselves, we cannot, but Christ in us can. And that is grace-empowered living. With our eyes fixed on Jesus, the impossible becomes possible. I hope you enjoy this week's Lent readings. Let's journey together through these readings and discover something more powerful of God's grace living inside of us.